No. As long as the device is active, the cursed are rendered powerless. Only you can take on the Abyss. If you value his sacrifice, then do not waste any more time here. See all these rays of light and portals? They must have installed several of these energy devices in various locations. Find them, quickly!
So, we have to go through these Abyss portals? Hey! Wait for Paimon!
Good morning, bro.
What's up, Ducky? Morning, big dog.
Life goes on. You? Get him!
10 days now, time is flying for me.
Hey! Man, it's turning old. Oh, you about your glory here, bro.
Scatter!
Don't be such a brute. You? Yeah. You? Go. I didn't feel that. Like...
Scatter!
Life goes on. You? Looks like I got carried away.
Oh.
Let it rain. Wheel of life.
Scatter!
Lily trails are really suffering. Oh, wait! Dane, this must be unbearable for you too.
I figured out what I'm gonna get. It's gonna be a controller because my current one got stick drift.
That's what you're gonna get with the money you receive?
Life goes on.
Or that's what you're asking me.
Get him!
I don't get money on my birthday.
What? I mean, as I started getting older, that's what they started giving me.
Propagate! What? Scatter! What?
Yeah, I ain't ever heard of that.
We stopped getting gifts as I started getting older. I just started getting cash. At least that's how my.
Opening box of Adepti Tricks. Wheel of Life. I didn't feel that.
Scatter! Spring forth!
No escape! Get. Life goes on.
Propagate! Propagate!
Destroy the devices and put an end to the Hilichurl's suffering! No one escapes my sight! Not so hard!
Terminate!
Go, go, Baron Bunny!
I'm up to 126 now, Ducky. Climb, big dog. Little by little.
Almost you there!
Can we play something later today?
Yeah, big dog, what you want to play? Well, I don't know if I'm going out of town, so I might not be. But if I'm not out of town, yeah, big dog. They said I was supposed to go out of town. I'm sitting here waiting, and still
Let it
nothing.
rain! Bet you can!
Hey, my schedule today is all messed up.
Sacred name, fortune
Surrender and be gentle.
Yeah, then he would come back. That's
Hit. Hit. Yep. Get. Hit. Hup. Hit. Yep. Hit. Yeah. Hup. Hup.
Get him!
What you trying to play, Duck?
The burning sensation has indeed stopped.
So, we managed to stop the Abyss Order's plan?
Let me check.
Dane must be really upset. Of all the ways to be reunited with one of his former comrades after so long, this is rough.
Let's go. Huh? Huh? Light?
Apologies, Captain Dainsleif, Twilight Sword. Back then, I failed you, and failed to protect our people.
No. For 500 years, you have faithfully done your duty. To this day, I am proud of you all.
Conria didn't fall, did it? Since you're still here.
Correct. So, no need to revive the homeland.
That was Halfdan's soul.
More than one kind of strange power exists here. Souls are no strange sight under the circumstances. Still, if you intend to venture deeper in and continue your investigation, you ought to be careful.
You bet! We'll be super careful! Oh, but Dane, does this mean you're not coming with us?
That device took a severe toll on me. It will take me some time to recover.
Oh, right. Well, actually, Paimon already knew that. You've clearly been pushing through the pain this whole time. You've earned a good rest, Dane. Oh, you should take a vacation!
Vacation? The very notion. This word has no business being in my vocabulary. There are more important things that demand my attention. The Loom of Fate operation is still underway, and I suspect that these amplification devices are connected to that plan. Thank you for understanding. I only hope that next time we meet, you know whose side you're on.
Sheesh! He sure knows how to hold a grudge. Saving that snide remark right until the end. Well, shame that we didn't get to see your sister again. But at least we learned some useful info, huh? As long as you keep pressing on with your journey, you guys will definitely meet again. And everything will be back to normal. Right? Oh, Paimon almost forgot. The real reason we came here was to investigate what was going on with the hill churls, wasn't it? We've probably seen enough to report back to the miner now. But, how are we going to explain it to him? This is all way too complicated for regular people to understand. We'll figure it out. Just don't... Made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information. But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby. Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions? Huh? What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us. Huh? a village or something, but, it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly. Oh! What a lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything. What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on, wake up. Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the Guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly. So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as Spirit Borneal to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the Spirit Borneal I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make very good? Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
That wasn't no hallucination. I know that for that.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own, at least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell. Okay? Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right! Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know! What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tighnari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tighnari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tighnari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Elazar is a truly troublesome illness. Elazar is a truly troublesome illness.
Oh, no.
Elazar is a truly troublesome illness. Elazar is a truly troublesome illness.
All right, next let's see your right hand. Not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... Well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there! All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing as for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Treasure chests. Do we like...
Don't be such a brute.
Come a little closer.
This looks super fun.
I like to play. It's chill too. Alexa,
Kinda has
music
K-pop
off.
feel to it.
My Alexa just turned on by itself. That's crazy. A little bit, I can see that.
Whoa.
I wonder why. We'll come back to it.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
No, mommy. I'm cooking too.
Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Because you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust, really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Danger Archon? So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Give me like 2 seconds. All done.
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below. Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
You do take fall damage. So, until you get your wings, I wouldn't just jump.
Welcome back. You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops! Ah, no! You dropped it on the ground!
Wait, so you do T-automatic have
I
wings?
wrapped a few layers of oiled paper
No.
around each pita. They should be fine.
No. You'll get them kind of early on.
Paimon
No, you
nearly
don't
had a heart
automatically
attack there.
just spawn in with some wings. No, ma'am.
Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper.
Lol, okay.
I've able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much,
It is a
I'll
phone
be sure
game
to give
too.
you a copy of the
that you
recipe
can
sometime.
take it with you on
I'll
the
even
go.
include all
I
my
just don't
personal
remember my
cooking
password or
pointers,
anything like
so you'll
that.
be making
So
your own pita pockets in no time.
I just play it on the
Thanks,
PlayStation.
Kale. It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master is actually very kind at heart. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time.
How you doing, bro?
So I will check both out then.
It'd be bad for my ears.
Pass reset.
Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his responses. Maybe. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a Forest Watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the
Everything's
forest
kind.
and passes on his
Everything's
extensive
kind of just
knowledge
saying.
to trainees
That's
like
good,
me.
bro.
In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after
I don't have school until Friday.
He even carried you all the way here.
Hey,
Paimon's still kinda upset,
that's
though.
good. Why?
He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why? Is he going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kali's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
Yesterday my sister had to go on like a vacation somewhere.
I'm fine.
Without you guys?
I must have startled you both reacting like that.
Don't get in trouble. Oh, I wouldn't mess with
Well,
anything.
It's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville.
Watching her TV and I plugged in my PS5.
Nice.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now?
He said it's
Why
my
is
room
she in
for
such
right
a
now.
hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
I wonder what happened. Oh, what do you got for sale? I be a traveling merchant and not give me.
So then when I use my PS5 my sister can stop saying no, it's my turn to have the TV.
That was my turn. How you be a merchant and have no goods?
Ah, Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then. Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
It's a different sister is my youngest sister.
I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on
I'm in
Kale's
my older
condition.
sister room.
To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
My younger sister keeps on complaining about the TV.
Is she the baby of the family? It makes sense.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, so just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you
She's 1 year younger than me in 6 months.
So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral
When is your
paresthesia.
birthday?
In its final stages, the disease strips a person
It's
of the
in May.
ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one
I
of their
like
members
having in my
lied and
birthday
said they had a
fireworks.
cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already
July?
are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once
Since
thought
my
that it would
country
be
celebrates
impossible for her to have
something.
any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee
In
experience
Luxembourg.
such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of
Where's
her.
that at? He just sent me some work orders.
Well, it's not too serious at this point.
I'll be home late
She
tonight.
overexerted herself the last
Not too
couple of
late, probably
days,
home
which
late.
is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. Alright, now that I've told you about
I can
Kale's
probably
past,
still play for like another
I
2
think I'll
hours.
head into the rainforest to
Then I
find
gotta
some
head out to work.
ingredients needed for her medicine.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two.
No problem.
Let's go then.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly?
Nilote palalotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilote palalotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Calpulata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely... There should be Nilote palalotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
What am
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilote palalotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari! We found the
Let me have a look. Good. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name! They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away.
Wait, Kainari!
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru. The affected areas not only cause nearby...
Yes, as Amir said.
That's right. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone, but you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements. Don't sweat it. We've helped others deal with similar situations before.
Wait, you've met other forest rangers before? I was planning to properly show you both how to identify the withering before you left Gandharvaville. Anyway, since you two are experienced adventurers...
Yeah, I accidentally wandered into here and started doing some of that anyway.
Hey, look! That gloomy area over there looks like a withering zone. Even though Paimon's seen one before, it's still kinda scary.
All right, Traveler. We're about to enter the withering zone. Since you already have... But please remember, don't push yourself. If at any point it becomes too... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone. Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
No one escapes my sights! Go, go, Baron Bunny!
Propagate! Now, destroy the tumor of the withering. Yes. Thanks to you two, we were...
Kainari?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increased. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's... For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the... This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of...
Huh?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, no, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It said... Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Champion of Mondstadt!
Oh, Tighnari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh? Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
What's wrong, Tighnari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes. Allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, traveler. Take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tighnari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you, because what you saw is of significant importance, not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Teyvat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was a part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer... When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneal are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her, and she'll answer any questions you may have. No, I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia, are you alright? There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait, why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around. Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe... This place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
You're in for a little shock.
I'm not even gonna question what just happened.
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Ah. Bro.
Let it rain.
Germinate! Scatter!
Surrendering the opening box of Adepti-Trix.
No one escapes my sight. Bet you can't.
Propagate! Spring forth! Scatter!
What is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey! What's the matter? You don't look so good.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you. Bow before the Abyss! Decimate!
You better get your shots in now.
Go.
It's a war!
Propagate! Come a little closer.
Get it! No escape!
Scatter!
Nice. Go. Go, Spirit Bunny!
Decimate! All right! Perish!
Propagate!
Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We've faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence difference in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? Anyways, we could... Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually
I ain't seen no anime play this in so long I forgot about it. I was always playing Rosaria or Wakaba.
Hey!
You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only
I used to
dragged you
play
into
it
the dream
heavily,
because they
and
hoped to
then
buy themselves a little
I took a
time
little break
in order
this
to
past
scurry
year.
away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon.
I didn't realize that it was a lot of
the first
talking
time I
too.
saw them,
I can't believe I forgot.
my consciousness was able to form a
I
connection
stopped playing it
with
for that
Irminsul.
very reason. I forgot certain quests
Even
don't
after
really
I
get
opened my eyes
detailed.
and stopped meditating,
But
my
I still
heart
like the
was
game
still
overall.
pounding, and my
I kinda
mind
wanna
was
finish this
racing
story.
with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
My morning got canceled, so I'm here for maybe like another
And then
hour
I had a dream. By the time
before I
I
have
came
to start
to, they were
going back
nowhere
to
to be
work.
seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again.
Woke up early for
But
no reason.
sure enough,
I could have slept in a
I
little
saw
bit
them
longer.
nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul. Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... And alright, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dish. Are you already finished cooking?
Did she say radish?
Yeah, she said radish. It's not for me either.
Nauseated face vomiting.
All
Mom
done.
had me
Let's
try
use
to
the
eat
empty
it
box
while I was
that
growing
Kainari
up.
gave us since we already
I don't like
washed
the taste of it or the texture.
Oh, it smells
thank you.
amazing. And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Are you already finished cooking?
My pops lovey sit-and-did cow them taste funky.
My mom and my
Even
little
though
brother
everything you mentioned was in
loved it.
Tainari's letter,
He'd have it with all
it's
his
still hard to
meals.
believe you were able to connect
I would just
with
look at him like,
Irminsul immediately after. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spirit-born Ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious.
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only I am currently in the... Sages have said that Irminsul contains... That's why we meditate a...
Whoa.
Of course I do. However, I believe that... But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god...
What's so strange about that?
Well, it's strange...
Huh.
Yes, well, the sages say that wisdom implies rationality. But that which occurs in... Yes, if one struggles with anxieties... Those emotions could The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that I was born into a family of scholars. I studied hard, but then, it was back then. Sorry. If you two are ever in... There's no need to be thanking me.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright, and had the chance to ask her some questions...
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a Forest Watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I am merely a Forest Watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation.
I see.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort. And now...
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived.
And, how long?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharva, if that's the case, then I'm afraid
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was...
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru, but all that can...
It was quite...
Very good.
That's right.
Sorry.
Well?
Let me... Oh, also.
Oh?
It's called needless to say.
Great! Next up! That's right! Tainari, we have some...
Yes, she knew you two would...
Thanks, Tainari.
Farewell.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed...
Don't worry about me. And, but I guess now I understand.
There's no need to... We're probably still gonna worry about...
Thank you. That means...
Oh?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told...
Yay! Thanks, Kale.
I hope that whenever you eat them, well then.
Sumeru City! We finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. Perhaps you two have heard of... After centuries, as long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities, such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that that Tainari was telling.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to... Here are your Akasha terminals. To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following...
Oh, says this little doodad. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom. Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam!
Exactly. That, and with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in... Okay, next, let's... Oh, come on! Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. Huh. Could... You two... Well, he's from Sumeru, and... Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the... Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here, and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month...
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Oh, let me see... Oh! Ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
But then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for...
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like, hey, come on.
Oh, so what do we do now? Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right!
Ad Astra Abyssa.
Catherine, we need your help.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusan.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information at—
Aww, another death.
Please do not worry. In Sumeru, the Adventurous Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. They take on various and Eremite supposedly Asfand. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you're welcome. I wish you to—
Alright!
Ad Astra Ab— I am sorry.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites
Wait, serious?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about it. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long. It isn't just us, though. If you ask...
Oh? What?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugadavada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more... Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance.
Really?
Ha! But...
All right.
No.
Seems Asfand was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one...
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asked— Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then—
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about— Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, panicked by what he heard, the man in despair he—
Okay.
And then, at that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the dead. Oh, Archon Seeker. Along your journey, we were in—
Yeah, thanks for—
in a way. It seems like this story is also one of the Dendro—
Dunyarzad, Since you worship Lesser Lord...
Of course. I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Hey, wait! It looks like they're searching for someone.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long...
Did she have...
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, she went...
Quick, after her!
That should keep him... Dunyarzad, we thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled.
You can relax now.
Really? Thank you. Uh-oh. Looks like they're...
Huh? What?
No, wait, my body isn't... Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern...
All right, let's...
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you...
Hey! Dunyarzad already said...
Stay out of this. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time, and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you...
No, you're wrong. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father. And I'm grateful for everything because she saved me. This is my life and my last chance.
My lady, are you sure what you're...
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't, but let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because...
Thank you, Dia.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cut. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say...
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like...
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in attack.
I'm sorry for worrying you two.
Sure, after you rest...
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half. Word on the street.
Nah, you get...
You got it. Huh? isn't...
Thank you, sir. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw.
How about our charcoal-baked Agelenach cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made...
Well, remember when you...
Huh?
Yes, it was when I was a child. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends. My younger self no longer had any hope. Then one night, at that moment...
Dunyarzad, don't be... Huh? Who are... how do I explain this? Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder. That you hate taking medicine every morning. Wow. Dunyarzad. What? Huh? But aren't you a child? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then...
After that, the voice said, although my body was suffering during those days, that voice beyond my window was the flourishing. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance to...
What's this?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. It's actually an old holiday. I heard everyone was... But because of the academia active... Maybe they see Lesser Lord It is. It's sure the great...
Just remember that we're still out in public.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this... But recently, I made a friend there who I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face.
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared. So I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though.
No, that would be too much.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us.
But of course. Nilu will be through. Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught.
You could say that, but everything...
Not completely.
Oh.
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon.
So you're followers from another land? Oh, really? Well, that's okay. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started
You're very welcome. It's...
probably? But don't sweat it. We've already...
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but thank the Dendra Archon for Dunyarzad. With the Moorish she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilou, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told them?
I only told them about...
Okay. According to some of the gods, has she danced those brilliant purple flowers? Of course they did, although they aren't around anymore. Though we're just tiny.
Nilou, you have... Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that... So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sub-Zeros festival? Will you two be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to this.
In that case, we'll take a